Hello and welcome to my shop. Well, this is a special edition because this is actually my 50th video I put up on YouTube. Well, some of them you won't see on the regular channel because I made them as additions for projects I showed over at the Bosch DIY community to add a little to visualize the my way of woodworking in another way than just putting up a picture or a series of pictures. It's easier to show how to route around a circle than to shoot 50 pictures of this. Okay, nevertheless, this is my 50th video I put up on YouTube, and as I can't sing, as Richard had been doing on his 1-year anniversary video, I would like to show some of my projects from the past. And well, the first project you actually know about that, the first project I ever made is the Cradle, and it's still, I'm still working on it to get it finished, to get it out of my shop. But this will be another video. You know, when you get married, there are a lot of honey-do projects, and well, the first real big one had been this bed over here. I made this bed for our son, and well, he had been quite happy with it at the time he used it. You know, and then honey is gone and depression strikes, but that's for other reasons, and then you lose every interest in anything. And well, during that time I struggled very hard, and I couldn't get out of bed and all that. And my sister came up and gave me a glass cover and asked me to make something out of it. And well, I made her this lamp, and well, I thought, well, okay, you got all these tools and you can come up and to do something on a regular basis. Well, this shop here, which is 5 meters by 5 meters, and I can touch the ceiling over here, so it's not that big of a shop. But okay, I thought, well, do different things and do something. So I made this tray for my mother, and well, when you ask where do you get the inspirations from, well, this inspiration inspired from, well, say, old sailors, old sail ships. They covered the holes where they put the goods in. I don't know what it's called. With this type of with this type of wood, and when there is a storm or heavy weather, they just put a waterproofed cloth on top of it, and the thing is, well, and I made this into a tray. Okay, well, there is a famous Danish designer who also got the idea from there. And then I got a present from a friend of mine, and he had been to Japan for 2.5 years, and he gave me this knife. And I made this box for the knife just to have it in my kitchen. And well, this is what I made on the next. And then I started doing all this woodworking stuff, and I wanted to show some of new techniques. And well, this is a small thing which isn't that spectacular, but the technique over there, the joints here, The joints are not dowels as I normally use, but these are sliding dovetails. You see this? And this had been an experiment for me. How can I make sliding dovetails and how can I incorporate them into project? Which leads to this one over here, the hammer. The hammer actually, well, isn't something I needed. It's just, for me, it had been a test of how does a wedged joint, how can I get a wedge into the joint to make it strong on a stopped hole. And this works quite perfect. And this is also an experiment and had been nice for spindle turning and, well, I don't want to call it a skill builder, but it's just how do you get the dimensions, and I took the dimensions off my hand. Well, a skill builder I made is one of these, and the idea, I got the idea from Guy Bradbury. Well, I haven't heard a lot from him lately. I hope he's good, and well, I want to see if anybody might know what happened to him. I would like to, well, get a short information because, well, I love his way he did his woodworking. And another thing, incorporating ideas. Well, this had been a skill builder, and all of my projects are skill builders for me. And well, stealing ideas is this one here, which is a lamp cover made by Carl Jacobsen. And I'm pretty happy with that one because this led to my 2 perfume pumps I made, and well, they've been quite successful as my sister appreciated that very much, and the daughter of a friend of mine also. They love these things, and well, I'm happy if somebody loves my ideas. And well, okay, stealing ideas. The next one here is this one, and originally Mike Walt wanted to turn a trumpet-shaped bowl, and as I'm into Tealight, because I haven't got this big stock of wood over here, and I'm into Tealights, and I try to do the same. And I love the idea of the dark base, because when you put this up, and this goes into the design section, when you put this on a table, you barely see the base, and this lifts the whole light up into the air, which gives an extra feature to it. And well, why I didn't shoot, well, I did shoot a video of this one, but I'm angry with this at all, because it had been 2 inches, well, no, 1.5 inches thicker than before in diameter, and it had a shape, it went down like this, and as I did the undercut here, it broke off on the base and flew around my shop, and as it had been almost finished, okay, I've been pretty angry with that, and so I didn't release the video of this one. Okay, talking about, well, design, this is my first box I'd ever made, and this is just able to hold matchsticks. And well, I'm happy with that, but there are a few features missing, because the line up here is, well, de-attracting the simplicity of the overall shape. So I made the last box here, where I made it the same simple shape, and just added the detail line here at the bottom, so you won't be detracted by the line of the lip. That's the reason why I made this, and this is also, well, simple shape. The thing which I'm really proud of, well, is these magic wands I made. I made them for, well, for testing out off-center turning. And a week or so later, Alan Stratton came up with a magic wand, and 2 days after that, Carl Jacobson came up with a magic wand. And Carl Jacobson asked for donating magic wands, and I made 4 of them, sent them to the US, and well, I'm happy. On the website over there it stated, well, look at this, these 4 came all the way from Germany. And well, another thing on that one, as I mentioned my off-center turning magic wand to Alan Stratton, he actually watched my video and came up with the idea of his, well, off-center plates he made. I don't know how to describe this, but actually, as I turned this, I taped it to the spur center to get the pressure out of it, and this gave him the idea to make a jig to get this into in between center without having too much pressure on it, so it won't flex during the process. Another thing, everybody comes up with a pen, and as I can't get the pen into my well, these I don't know what they are called, these things to turn these pens, I made this one on cheap. My addition to that one here is I made a lid with a small recess inside, so the lid is, well, perfect. It won't come off without intention. You have to pull it, and this is the way I did. But as there are a lot of these videos on, I thought there is no need for doing the videos. Okay, the next thing, the best you can have over is a coffee. If you haven't got a coffee cup like this, or you think this is ugly, you turn yourself one. This is the first one I made, and I made a few mistakes on that. Well, not mistakes, but I found out, well, my lathe isn't the best. So, well, I'm not complaining, but it's not as good as a mini lathe, stable with the cast iron beds and all of this. Pretty wobbly thing, but nevertheless, I came up with this one. Well, I don't like the shape of it, and I don't like the glue lines, but I don't want to waste it or throw it away. So what I'm going to do next is I just take off the lid, save the sealing here, and turn a lid on my own, and I'll use this for storing coffee pads. Well, why not? But I improved that, because the needs for the base has to be thin to fit into one of these cup holders in the car. So I made this one. This one here is out of 61 pieces, and I turned it, well, a strange way. I didn't glue up the whole thing, because I started on gluing up the first ring, hollowing it out to the diameter of the insert, and then I glued up the next ring, hollowed it out, so it's actually very tight on the inside. And as I measured the insides here, I could go down, I knew how far I could go down without popping through. So this one here is pretty thin, but nevertheless, this is my favorite project. Again, I didn't show it to you because, well, sometimes you don't need to have somebody sitting on your shoulder and watching what you are doing, not because it's a secret at all, but because it's, well, it makes me nervous. Okay, so far these are the things I did up to now. There are a couple of more things, but I haven't got pictures of it, or I don't possess them anymore, because I tend to give them away as presents whenever, because otherwise my house will be cluttered up with stuff. Okay, if you like what I'm doing and if you want to support me, please leave a comment, because all I get for all the extra work, doing the editing of the videos and uploading them, all the rewards are the comments from you, and this is all the rewards I get, beside the smiles on the face from the people I give my work to as a present. These are all the rewards I get from my woodworking. And so please leave a comment, and if you haven't so, please subscribe to my channel and be updated on all my projects I'll do over here in my basement workshop. And I hope the next one will be the entry for the 2x4 contest. So up to now, greetings from good old Germany, your Peter Freitag. Thank God it's Friday.